My whole life I've been a romantic. I used to be made fun of in school, and I learned later that it was because the people making fun of me were not getting any. I knew, even in school, you know. Oh, you guys kissing in the hallway? Yes. That's because I can't get a blowjob in the hallway. How's football going, bro? We stay home, we're boring. That's a key. It really is. We're homebodies. We love to stay in and read books and play cards and do puzzles. We watch HGTV. We do a shitload of cocaine, and then we mainly focus on puzzling. Honey, give me the fucking sky pieces! Fucking love puzzles. There's something so soothing about a field of cerulean blue when I'm using amphetamines. My wife turned 50 a few years ago, which is a big birthday in a society that bases a lot of systems on the number 100. And I said, honey, this is a big birthday. Do you want something special, a bauble of some sort? And she said, no, you know, just make me one of your cards. By the way, if you're in a relationship, make your significant other a fucking card, please. I always make cards for Megan. I make her lots of gifts as well. Every time I'm doing it around my friends or coworkers, they always say the same thing. Oh, thanks a lot, man. You make us look so bad. Every time you make a card, my wife points it out to me, and I say, let me tell you something, Rob Lowe. I'm gonna tell you right to your face, you turn those blugels on anybody and you don't have to do shit. Please just keep looking at me. His face is magic. Folks, let's talk about merging for a second. What the fuck? I think we all know by now. You take turns. But sometimes, when you're in that side that has the advantage because the other side's trying to get in, you just can't help it. It's their turn. And you're like, no, motherfucker. No, 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 no. A gentleman performed this act upon me, and naturally, I was fucking incensed. Are you fucking kidding me? It's merged, dude. It's my turn. It's steam coming out my ears. And I pulled behind him, and everything changed. I realized that he was driving a salt-caked, pearlescent Chrysler 300, which is a fucking seriously badass attempt at a car. With the vanity plate, Thunder Road. And I said, you magnificent motherfucker. If you're going to whip out your throbbing cudgel of a cock and bludgeon the rest of us about the face and mouth with your hot rod fuckwagon, you may have my place in line, sir. You, my friend, are living. Is the Bible full of great lessons? No question. Religious writings in general, the Bible, the Quran, the Tao Te Ching, Grimm's fairy tales, Battlestar Galactica, the Redux. These holy texts are rife with morals and lessons of value about how to be decent to one another and how to share our space and our planet. But when Jesus said something like, love thy neighbor as thyself, I heard that in Sunday school, and I said, fucking nailed it, Jesus. That's why you're the teacher, my friend. Thank you. And I went home, and I went to my neighbor, Mr. Severson, And I said, I like it like this, Mr. Severson. I get a little, it's a little backhand. I've got this cleft in my palm. Feel that? Mr. Severson liked it as well. Again, I have nothing against like any religion or club, especially any get-together where people are like, you know what, we're fucked up monkeys. Like, a great part of our innate being is we want to like fuck each other and eat each other and kill each other. And many of those things at the same time. We want to fuck each other while we shit in each other's mouths, some of us. The permutations are endless. But we've learned with socialization, that's not cool to just go up to people and start doing stuff like that. So we've established these guidelines and we have these get-togethers of like, everybody come to the big building, or just once a week, let's just remind ourselves not to shit in our neighbor's wife's mouth. Unless it's consensual, you know. Nothing is set in stone. Here's the thing. It's like two people loving each other and, you know, with or without children, trying to build like a loving, productive household and be good citizens. It sounds good, you know, they play a good game, but have you read Leviticus? So it's great this issue is getting attention. However, I am irked by all the attention that it's getting, all the ruckus and hubbub about same-sex marriage, when all the while, motherfucking vegetarians are marrying, bearing children, right outside, right on these streets. They're fucking filthy, herbivorous urchins are prancing down your sidewalks with a canvas bag full of kale. I use one bag. I know how to pronounce quinoa. Instead of legislation founded squarely upon the Bible, I'd like to see some laws pitched based on the writings of John Ronald Reuel Tolkien. That shit makes sense. Elrond was elected to lead the elves at Rivendell, not only despite his androgynous nature, but quite likely because of the magical leadership inherent in a well-appointed bisexual elf wizard. That's the guy you want picking shit out for your community. Who do you want throwing your gala? Who do you want to hand menu selections and a color palette to? David Bowie or a fucking Mormon? Something I love about New York is it's obviously vibrant citizenry fucking shoving, elbowing down the streets. Everybody's living like a motherfucker. Just children, little old ladies, get the fuck out of my way. And there's this sense of like, hey, move, fuck you! There's a life, there's a vibrancy, and now everyone is doing this, and so you have to go up to people and be like, excuse me, fuck you. Sorry, go ahead. In woodworking, everybody knows what a chisel is. It's a long, flat piece of steel, the end of which forms a wedge-shaped tip that you sharpen to a very sharp edge, so sharp and strong that you can use it to shave wood like soap or butter. And the first time you do that correctly, you're hooked, you're bewitched. And everything in a wood shop is just some version of that chisel. A saw blade in a circular saw is just 36 little chisels in a machine that spins around. It's all just a form of a chisel shaping wood. And when you realize, I can shape this wood into anything I want to, it's so powerful, and I know that I have a lifetime of study in front of me that will be incredibly pleasing, just like eating pussy. It's so sad that so much of our society says, man, thank God it's Friday. Thank God 5 of the 7 days of my life are fucking over because I hate 5/7 of my life. Now I'm gonna spend 2/7 getting drunk at the Olive Garden so I don't have to think about the upcoming 5/7. Thank God. That's so sad. Find something to do that you love, or at least something you can do that you can tolerate, so that you can then have time to do what you love after work. Maybe it's grow things in the garden or whatnot. Fuck cantaloupes, whatever your thing is. All I'm saying is that the internal combustion engine, the telephone, the hardline telephone, amazing miracles in their day. But the thing about the phone, when you hang it up on the wall, you then don't come back every few minutes to see if it's gonna do something cool. Of like, no, hang on, you guys, hang on. No, just I wanna see if it's gonna refresh or... I know, I wanna come play baseball too, but there might be a worthy distraction. You guys go ahead. That's all I'm saying, is baseball is better than waiting for that. By the way, I had a little news. I've heard some rumblings. I just want to take a brief moment to say something to the gentleman. If a lady says to you, I can't wait to get your dick in my mouth. I love to suck your dick. She is lying to you. She's telling you a beautiful lie. She's giving you a generous gift. You need to reciprocate that shit. You guys, it's a relationship. It's absolutely equal. When you think about it, a dick is like a thumb with a pee hole. How good can your thumb taste? You know, they're not sitting at work thinking, man, I want to fucking get Eric's dick in my mouth ASAP. I just love the way his dick tastes. That's false. And you get stressed out. You don't look like people on magazines. You get upset. It's so sad when you see your friends that you're like, why do you weigh 72 pounds? There's bacon. Like, you go buy shit or pay surgeons to cut your face open and take shit out or put shit in. What the fuck? If you're gonna spend your money, get something that works every time, like bacon. How bad can it be that cutting your nose off and like sculpting it with inorganic shit is being like, oh, thank God. Phew. If you saw me before, my nose was a slightly different shape. But after like thousands of dollars and a painful surgery, now it has a slightly more of a button on it. What's the matter with you? Are you a human being? Then you're beautiful. Do you have one of these? Then you're fucking beautiful. Go out. What you're doing is comparing an organic form designed by nature with an anorexic, airbrushed, erotic cartoon. It's never gonna match up. And if it does, it's gonna be gross. If you go out in this beautiful part of the country and collect one leaf from every deciduous tree and one needle or pine cone from every conifer, take them all over to the Javits Center and lay them out in a vast array, and then go through them one by one, you will not find one that's not fucking gorgeous. There's some that are super fucked up compared to that other one. But those trees aren't worrying about it. Yeah, being an elm is okay, but have you seen the sycamores? They're fucking amazing. It's all beautiful. I was obsessed with her. She was super smart, super funny, charisma coming out of her ears. I wanted her. The problem was she would only date you if you went whole hog, full-on born-again Christian, which would have been insane. So I did that. I go, where? Yeah, and I cry, and okay, great. No hesitation. Jesus? Yeah, I fucking love him. He's my savior. I got saved, and we started dating, and after 4 or 5 months of fellowship and prayer, togetherness, we rutted like filthy beasts. If you see your wastrel friend at the liquor store, like, John, what's up with the 12-pack? Sorry, man. Do you even have your paper route anymore? Sorry. I put it back. I'll just get beef jerky. But if you see the same friend and say, John, what's with the 12-pack? And he says, I just got off a shift at the lumber mill. You say, enjoy those 12 beers, John. When we work hard, we have earned the right to use intoxicants. If you just use intoxicants, and I've crunched the numbers on this one too, you get depressed. It's so great to strike a balance. Beer, wine, whiskey, and the lesser spirits, taken in the proper doses and used safely. Intoxicants can provide some of the most beautiful and joyous moments in your life. They can certainly ignite your creativity and just be fucking really fun. Or you can use them like an asshole and ruin it for the rest of us who just wanted to get high and go outside and look at a maple leaf.